So she's the goddess of stars and navigation and wanderers. Sounds pretty good so far.
Selune is also worshipped by goodly lycanthropes.
Goodly werewolves? Didn't know there was such a thing. Well, let's give that a pass. What I get caught up on is the light aspect.
Without light, all would be darkness.
That's true. That's undoubtedly true. A bit of a tautology, but I see what you're getting at. But no, the light is just not good for me. I'm sure it's fine for some, a friend to most, even. But gnomes do better when we go unnoticed. Less trouble that way, you know?
I believe I do.
But thanks for explaining Selune to me. It really was very interesting, and I expect you'll do quite well as one of her servants.
A wily wizardess like you would make a worthy pit warrior. None would know what you might sorcerer up next.
I can see it. Nera the Magnificent, they call me. What will I do to my next opponent? Turn them into a hedgehog or make their blood acid?
Such spirit! I shall study your strengths when our current campaign concludes.
Of course, I'd be just as likely to turn the audience's blood to acid. That would be one downside. But an audience of hedgehogs would be adorable.
I start to see some shortcomings with my speculative assessment of your suitability. Let us leave the matter for the moment. Fantastic! The flair you bring to your frequent fabulous feats never fails to flabbergast.
Ordinary people are boring people. You are not ordinary people.
You exhibit an admirable insight unfortunately absent in too many of your kind.
So, Edwin, Eddie, Ed. Can I call you Ed?
Why are you speaking to me? And how do I make you stop?
Well, you're a red wizard, right? I've had some issues with them. I was wondering if you could maybe help me out?
I could, but I won't. I don't like you, half-elf. I spent years mastering my craft. And you just reach out and take the power I sweated and sacrificed to gain. I'm sure your simian mind cannot begin to imagine how much this chafes.
So you won't help me because you're jealous?
Jealous? Jealous? You know as little of me as you do magic. Go, leave me be. Your nattering makes my head ache.
Does your droning hither ever dim?
Come on, you can do better than that. To call that an insult is to insult insults. Give me your worst. So Dorn.
You have something to say to me, gnome? Then say it, or say nothing at all.
I was just going to ask you how the weather was up there.
What?
It was a joke, you know? How's the weather up there? Because it'd be different. Because you're, tall.
You should go away now.
Yes, I think I'll be doing that right, now. Yes. In my defense, you are very tall. All right, I'm done. Going now. Yes.
I thought you another simian bumbler, but on reflection, I must admit you are not wholly without skill.
I accept your adulation and appreciate the observational acumen obvious in your accurate assessment of my abilities. You may applaud.
Thou hast an odd way of speaking, Mr. Baratil.
You see my speech is strange? My sides split.
What dost thou mean?
I appreciate an accomplished affectation as much as the next dark elf. But these and thous are for actors and authors, not actual everyday elocution.
Thou talkst in riddles, Drow.
Well, absolutely go on as you are. It's inferior entertainment for an enlightened observer, but in the absence of other amusement, I'll accept it.
I do not understand the words you use, evil dark elf man.
The cretinous quandary of a cut-rate consciousness.
Yes, exactly.
Give me a reason. Any reason at all. And you will know my power.
Only a fool would challenge a man and his hamster. To have such strength as you and use it to such evil ends is shameful.
Tread carefully. You meddle in affairs you cannot comprehend.
You smell rotten to the core, and Boo's nose has never led me up.
It'll take worse than words to work me up, you whimpering windbag.
Tis good to be on the road again, Minsk. Thou, I, and our friend.
And Boo! None of this would be possible without him.
Yes, of course. How could I have forgotten Boo?
It is like old times again. Action! Adventure! Smashing evil! If there be danger about, Boo and I will protect you!
I have no doubt of it, and I shall try to steal thee rightly in return.
You've an interesting way of talking. I mean your language, not your means. My second cousin twice removed could make his posterior talk. Better company than he was.
I do not understand what thou art trying to say.
See, it's that right there. These and thous and thines. Isn't it easier to use yous and use again in yours?
When one's power comes from incantation, it is a wise witch Larin who keeps her tongue limber.
Oh, so you do it to retain clarity. Make sure your mouth can form the words and keep your mind sharp. That's what you're saying. Thou art saying?
Perhaps that is the truth. Perhaps I just prefer a more formal affect. Who is to say?
You're not going to tell me one way or the other, are you? Oh, I like thee.
Thy actions in Bridgeport were impressive, Kenishite. Without thee, it would surely have fallen well before we arrived.
I did only what had to be done under the circumstances.
Thou art as modest as thou art courageous, noble to the core. I understand what Jahira sees in thee.
Oh, yes, Jahira. Yes, I thank you, my lady. I'll just thank you.
Thou art blushing. Oh, couldst thou be more adorable? I think not.
Boo says you could not be more adorable. And look at Boo. Look at that face, eh? He knows adorable.
What a nice thing to say.
'Tis good to travel with a scion of nature such as thyself.
Do you think we will achieve victory over the crusade, friend Minsk?
You doubt it? Look at our stalwart selves. Minsk is more stalwart than many, that is true, but you are not without a certain stalwartness yourself. Our friend is a brave and wise ally, and we have a secret weapon. A giant miniature space secret weapon. the crusade will fall beneath our stalwart, butt-kicking boots!
When you put it that way, I have no doubt.
Hey, Khalid, I just wanted to say what you did at Bridgefort, that was very good of you. You really did right by those people.
I tried. I don't know how successful I was.
You're being way too hard on yourself. You need to relax. You really, really do. I'm getting edgy just standing next to you.
You know what is at stake in this venture, Glint. How am I supposed to relax with the Sword Coast's fate in the balance?
It's easy. Just do what I say. First, close your eyes. That's right. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Hold it. Now release. Good. Now... relax! Ah! See? Easy. Don't you feel better now? I feel better now.
It is a joy to fight with one such as you at my muscular side.
Tis no easy life for thee or me, that is true. Danger awaits at every turn. There shall be no quiet home life for us, at least not for some time to come. Ah, yes, thou hast the truth of it. Without us to act as guide and mother and taskmistress all in one.
I really am quite wonderful, aren't I? So, Jahira, you and Khalid, you two have been together a while now, have you?
It feels longer sometimes. The joy I feel is seemingly without end.
10 years, huh? That is impressive. And you're happy together? With each other?
I cannot picture a life without my love, Jahira.
Oh, that's just lack of imagination. We can work on that. Oh, no reason. Just trying to, get to know the members of my party. Is there anything you'd like to know about me?
Walk not so close to me, Kivil.
Do not distract me with such trivialities.
And the hectic brightness of the day takes over.
Thou hast 4 reasons for making this journey, Drow.
There are better reasons than survival and profit. I've yet to find them.
Thou'rt in the Underdark no longer. Perhaps thou shouldst make more of an effort to adapt to the surface world's ways.
And if I did, what would it benefit me? My skin is black, my hair white. I am Drow. Nothing I do will change how surfacers see me.
Thou'rt wrong, Viconia. In the end, actions are what define us, not the color of our skin.
That is what you want to believe, Waila. I have been taught differently, and I learned my lessons well. Of all the surfacers here, I think you are the most likely to understand me.
Don't know anything about dark elves.
Humans and their ilk hate and persecute us. We were both born to vicious societies, with the strongest and most ruthless ruling over the weak.
Sounds like my tribe.
The cringing males creep in our shadows, while the women run our great cities.
Except for that part.
We have gnomes in the Underdark as well, you know.
Svirfneblin? I wouldn't call them gnomes exactly. Not gnomes. They're a dour lot, aren't they? Dusty and grim.
I have met few of them. Menzo Baranzan marched on the Sverf Neblin's city Blingdenstone once, but they escaped our wrath.
Those were some very lucky gnomes.
We drow make tenacious enemies. Their luck may not last.
You saucy strumpet, Safana. Your savory spirit stimulates me as scant few things do.
I hope my spirit satisfies you, Drow. You'll not be savoring anything else I possess.
Never say never, darling.
Never tell me what to say, darling.
What have we here? Is that a dagger's hilt in your hand, or are you just happy to see me?
I'm not happy to see
Without
you.
the sun, we'd have no
Your
shadows.
small-minded stance saddens me. We could have had something were you not so steadfast in this silly stubbornness.
I could make you sadder still, Baratil. Find another playmate. Maybe no one likes you because goblins are hideous little creatures, inside and out.
Maybe.
You're agreeing with me?
Lived with goblins all my life. They are ugly. Light's too bright. Think you know. Can't be camped during the day.
Uluzin madlas dal kelalu with valsharas, za uluzin wand lil falar.
We work together at their side now. Zun izil dos pool quarthen lueth drow.
Keep your tongue twixt your teeth, you terrible turdiform.
Turdiform?
You heard me, you hideous horror.
You don't even know what the words you say mean, do you?
This won't work. You cretinous creature. Might pair off
My
from yours
conversational
presently. Comprehension is quite beyond compare.
Still don't know what turdiform means.
The connotation is clear, considering the context.
What does it mean?
Nix the nitpicking, you know-it-all nag, or I'll...
Turdiform me?
Why am I
This
even
is the
talking
most
to
fun
you?
I've had in weeks.
Well, what is this? The incorruptible Captain Corwin considers me a credible candidate for conversation?
I did for a second. Then you spoke, and I reconsidered.
Predictable. The preponderance of people do.
I don't understand how a powerful woman can submit so easily to male influence.
Next time you open your mouth, close it quickly, before that sort of idiocy spills off your tongue.
Perhaps you and I could share a drink at camp.
Keep your distance, or suffer the consequences.
Forsooth, my fine fellow, your facial fungus is phenomenal.
Eh? The words you speak, they mean something to you? For Volkil, not so much.
Your handsomely hirsute jowls appeal to my aesthetic appreciation.
One more time?
The fine fur flowing from your face.
Yeah, I am understanding now. It is a mighty warrior's beard, is it not?
Verily.
Keep your hands to yourself, you bloody great oaf.
Ho, she plays hard to get. I know the woman's Libshin. Your mouth says no, but your eyes say... maybe.
What does a swift kick twixt the legs say?
It says... maybe later?
Gods, you're worse than Koran.
Who? Oh, there, Mr. Drow. Never have I seen a dark elf before, nor traveled this one. Yeah, I have known them not. You are the first to be so... close.
Back away, Iblith. or I will teach you more of our ways than you ever wanted to know.
I am beginning to understand these ways already, I think. Mistress Gordon, I take a moment of your time, yeah? There is something I must say to you.
Here it comes.
Brace yourself, honey.
Of all the warriors Volkiln the Mighty has fought with, and there are many, you are one of the best. To fight at your side is a great honor.
That's it? That's all you wanted to say? Nothing about my appearance or the fun we'd have together?
Volkiln does not talk only about the womans. He appreciates a fine warrior when he meets one. Or perhaps it is that you want to hear how beautiful you are, yeah?
No, please don't. I mean, I'm fine, thank you.
Your beauty outshines the brightest star in the clear night sky.
That's kind of you to say.
Hands to yourself if you want to keep them attached.
It was my mistake, yeah?
So the wife looked like a goat?
Yeah, and the drunkard thought the sheepherder was married to a goat.
Ooh, he thought she was a goat. That's a good one. It's good to laugh. Feels like it's been a while, you know?
Yeah. And there are other things I have not done of late. Things better done with a lady. Perhaps you and I could do such things together, eh?
You and I? You want... Oh, Volkiln, that is great. You had me going there a second, you know that? You really had me going.
You think I was making a joke? Well, maybe I was. Yeah. It was a joke. Good one, eh?
The best, Volkiln, the best.
So, you too know how it feels to receive instruction from a higher power?
Do not compare your worship of Shar to the patronage of Urgothos. They are nothing alike.
No, they seem most similar to me. Both offer power we could never attain alone in exchange for devotion.
We are in no way alike, Drow. Urgothos is no remote deity. His orders sound with perfect clarity in my ear.
I wonder, is there anyone you would be content being compared to?
There are none
Here comes
like
the
me.
sun. I say,
None
it's all right.
can understand the path I walk.
My race and circumstances isolate me. You isolate yourself. There is a price to be paid for that, Erdegar Roth.
I have heard tales of your exploits, Skald. But looking at you now, I have trouble believing them. Did you truly conquer the Nightmare Clan?
Yeah, this is true. The Nightmares was the terror of the 10 towns, but no match for mighty Volkiln.
The Nightmare's hands could shatter stone, and their fangs were sharper than any dagger, or so the stories go.
On my honor, the stories are true, every word. I wrote many myself.
You wrote the tales of your heroic defeat of the invincible Nightmares? With that, all is explained.
What is that supposed to mean, half-orc? Tell me, what is it you are meaning with your words there? Answer, you bruise-hued monstrosity! What are you saying about mighty Volkiln? What? Oh, yeah, just be ignoring me now. This is how men deal with other men where you come from? Ha! I am laughing at you, you see? Ha! Laughing. Oy, I need a drink.
overcome much in life. That is worthy of respect.
Your comment is unexpected, but not unwelcome.
Minsk, my friend, I am thinking you need to relax. For warriors such as us, fighting should be for fun.
Fighting evil is fun!
But you seem not to enjoy the thrill of battle. You holler so loud, banshees cringe, but I am never seeing a smile as you hack a foe to bloody chunks.
I enjoy battle. I enjoy it much more than the people whose butts I kick.
Being happier than one who is miserable, this is no great feat. Where is the joy, Ranger? I ask you this. Where is the joy?
Abu was right about you, Scald. You do not understand the Ice Dragon spirit.
Another valley, we have them now!
Boghiln, thou art from the north, art thou not?
Yeah, this is true. I called Luskan home for many years, so I often ventured out into the cold and snow of the spine of the world.
I have never been to thy city. Perhaps when my task is complete, I will venture there and see it for myself.
If you would be liking a personal guide, beauteous one, I know a skald that may be able to help you out. I cannot recommend him highly
The
enough.
glaring sun begins its ascent once more.
I shall consider this. For now, I will settle for hearing more tales of your land.
A good stiff drink would loosen your collar, yeah?
Harsh words lead to kicked butts. Beware!
Skald, if you dare include Edwin Odesseron in one of your tales, you will learn what Skald means in Thay, courtesy of a burning fan of flame.
It is your loss.
Good. I am far too important a personage to be sung about in taverns and bawdy houses by capering imbeciles.
Keep your distance, Drow.
I am merely walking a ban. No need for alarm.
You should know I don't trust you. I'm prepared to defend myself.
From what? I have no desire to harm you. Our goals are aligned, for the moment.
It's the moment they aren't that worries me. So, Boghiln, I just wanted to thank you for standing with my wife while I was confined to Bridgefort.
You are a good and noble and very trusting young man, Khalid. Worthy qualities all, yeah. I see what Jahira sees in you.
You do? Can you tell me? Sometimes I don't see it myself.
Oh, you make the joke, yeah? He's good one.
Yes, joking. Of course, beloved. Excuse me, Boghiln. It was good talking to you.
The Luskan Lion is always happy to chat with a fellow warrior. Anytime you are in need of the talking, you come find Volkil. We have a drink, yeah?
You're a fine friend to have on this journey.
I'll drink to that.
You may have some skill as a leader, but you're far too soft and merciful.
I've heard worse insults from better than you.
You show skill for a Jaluk. Now you need only learn your proper place.
Some part of your nattering holds a modicum of sense. Steady, Edwin. Approach casually. Make pleasant conversation. So, Viconia, you are a feeble-minded godslave, and not a wielder of great arcane power.
Hold your tongue, whale, or I will tear it from your mouth. Shar grants me powers beyond your imagining. They are nothing to scoff at.
You misunderstand. I meant only that I am surprised you beg for scraps of power from Shar's table. I had heard the Drow are extraordinary wizards.
The males at Sorcerer are de bluff. I am not. Speak no more of this, lest you learn what power I have firsthand.
There's no need for threats. You try to compliment some people, and what do you get?
Another valley, we have them now! Pikemen,
Yeah, I am getting it. You need say no more.
At least one individual in this group has sense.
Should I thank you for stating the obvious?
That was no goat. That was my wife. And the drunkard says to him, he says, by the oak father's mossy beard, I thought she was bald.
So the sheepherder's wife looked like a goat.
Yeah, she looked like a goat. Funny, eh?
Not that funny for the sheepherder.
You are not the sheepherder, my little friend.
Well, no, obviously not. The sheepherder had a wife. But even so, you have to feel a little bad for the poor fellow, don't you?
No, you don't feel bad for him. It's a joke. And the sheepherder is its butt. The sheepherder is funny. You laugh at him. I guess you had to be there. We fight as we live, with reckless disregard for our personal safety.
By my shiny boot buckles, that's a fine thing to say. Which reminds me, I need to polish my boot buckles.
By Lolth's legs, you are a strappy little shaver, Dorn. Ever flirted with fighting to a fatal finish for fun and profit? Mostly profit.
Yes, my own fun, and my master's profit.
Ah, you already retain representation then.
My patron supplies me with all that I need.
Well, should that situation shift, seek me out. I can steer you to a storied stature you never supposed securable.
Do not delude yourself into believing you comprehend the scope of my ambition, Drow. Begone!
Hey, Dorn, I've been meaning to ask you something.
I have seen the power you wield, Elf. It is impressive.
Half-elf.
I have also endured the endless stream of chatter that tumbles twixt your lips.
Another valley, we have them now!
I just wanted to ask.
Do you value your life, half-elf?
Well, yeah. It's not much, I'll admit, but it's all I've got. And now you're drawing your sword. All right then, great talk.
You'd make a powerful performer in my pit.
Very true.
Pull, men, pull! Put your backs into it!
It's bad enough you're evil. Couldn't you at least be interesting?
Silence, you cretinous simian. Shut that fetid pit of molding cliches you call a mouth before I shut it for you.
What? My conversational comprehension is quite beyond compare.
What? Is there no end to the effluvia that spills from your gaping maw? Oh, yes, yes, there is. An end that will be written by Odessiron.
So you say.
So you say. Learn deference before speaking to me again. Attend me, half-orc. We are men of considerable power. For now, we each have reason to ally ourselves with inferiors. Good reason.
You suggest we join forces in the event the Ballspawn falls, or these others turn on us?
Powerful friends are a good thing to have.
I have allies, not friends. A strong ally is valuable indeed. You are powerful, Thayan, but you are not strong. I'll not chain my fortunes to a pampered, simpering child, no matter how many fireballs he juggles.
You impudent wretch! How dare you— what I mean is, you should not pass up this opportunity. I urge you, reconsider your position.
Or what? You'll mutter at me? I want nothing to do with you, wizard, and you would do well to expect nothing from me.
I said look, you others have.
Your weakness diminishes us all. 'Twould be best for you to be gone.
I am watching you. Do not think thy deeds go unnoticed, or that they shall go unpunished.
Since journeyed with such a fine
I have been
companion.
judged by better than you, witch, and better still have tried to punish me. None have come to good ends.
I have faced more fearsome things than thee, Dark One.
You wanted to tell me I was observed. You have done so. When, if you decide to do more than watch, well, that will be most interesting.
We shall see.
No, Boo. I do not like him
Boo sleeps,
but crawling into his
press
armor
on.
to bite and tickle him would be unseemly for a hamster of your elevated stature.
Another valley, we have them now.
Friend Jacques, in your travels, you have seen strange and wonderful creatures, yes? Good, good. That is good. And in your journeys, have you perhaps encountered a giant miniature space hamster other than Boo? A female giant miniature space hamster? Are you sure? Boo is restless. I think you are a strange warrior, Waizahb. Why do you wear no armor, carry no shield?
Armor is too restrictive. It is better to never feel a blow than to expend energy warding it off.
Why not do both? Wrap yourself in steel and then do your fancy dodging dance for double the protection. Even mints could not hurt you then.
I do not think...
No, you are right. My mighty blows hit everything. Even monks dancing in plate mail. What was I thinking?
May I have a word, Captain Corwin?
No. You can have 5.
I am sorry, I do not... Oh, that is 6 right there. 11 now. I am sorry.
I thought monks were supposed to be serene. It was a joke, Waizahb. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you had heard of any unusual disappearances of late, in Baldur's Gate or elsewhere.
As opposed to the usual disappearances.
Before I left the city, several of my sect disappeared. More than can be explained by coincidence. I fear the followers of Selûne have been targeted.
Now that you mention it, I did hear a couple Saloonites went missing. One was seen struggling with several robed figures, as I recall. The Fist started investigating, but with the Iron Crisis and now Kalar, we're spread pretty thin. I don't know what came of it, if anything.
Thank you for this information. Believe me when I say it is much appreciated.
If I've got to fight, I'm glad it's you I'm fighting beside.
I think you exaggerate my humble contributions, but I thank you nonetheless.
That's what I like to see. Would that there were more like you.
Thy words are welcome, friend. Tell me, Captain Corwin, what is thine opinion of our friend, the hero of Baldur's Gate?
Hadn't given it much thought. Having a famous hero around is handy, but it also seems to attract trouble.
Or create it.
Such people always invite hassles. You don't get called hero without someone trying to pull you down.
Yet thou wouldst support our group and keep our companions standing in the face of those who wish us ill.
Press on!
That's my assignment, so yeah. Why do you ask?
I just wanted to know where thou stood should worst come to worst, and now I do. I feel comfortable in thy presence, monk. Thou hast a serenity about thee that pleases me.
I am glad to hear it. But my heart is not so peaceful as it may seem. There are days, many days, I yet find trying.
The worthy will ever strive to better themselves, but if I understand thy story correctly, thou art to be commended for how far thou hast come in life.
I thank you for the compliment. Would that I could see in myself what you see in me. You are an embodiment of the rewards born of dedication.
Thou art wise to see this, and kind to say it.
Your lack of discipline is disappointing and dangerous.
Trust me, things are much more interesting this way. Well, when you live for adventure, you're never far from life. When you're a slave who's indentured, you'd better find a knife. But if you long for a normal existence and pursue it with dogged persistence, you'll find that a normal life's the easiest thing of all. Yeah, I could have been a bard. I just never wanted to.
Do you ever get tired, Gnome?
Never. Maybe. Tired of what?
Being so enthusiastic.
Nah, it's like my mom always says. Baravar's cloak, son, you're driving me mad. Stop bouncing your leg like that or I'll cut it off. Just sit still, you little... Look, just stop moving. Stop it, stop it!
I'm going to stop talking to you now. And I'm especially going to stop listening.
You do what you gotta do, Captain. You'll get no argument from me.
The Moon Maiden and her twin Shah are set, one against the other. Light battling darkness for all time.
Maglubiet eats whole cows.
I do not think you understand. Our Lady of Silver, Selune, is with us in the light of the moon, you see. And Shah is ever present in the shadows.
Does Selune eat whole cows?
I do not think so.
Maglubiet does.
Shadows
Maybe you should
draw
worship
around
him.
thee. Remain on thy guard throughout the
I
night.
will attend to other matters now, I think. Perhaps if you learned to meditate, you would start fewer fires.
No one's ever going to let the fire thing go, are they? All right, I burn things. It happens. It's not always a bad thing. Fire's the foundation of civilization. It cooks our food, keeps us warm at night.
Most refrain from setting their own dwellings aflame when preparing a repast.
Most people live in fear and misery. Maybe they should set their houses on fire to make dinner. Ever think of that?
I admit, I had not.
Wild magic is a defect in the weave, one that may in time unravel the weave itself. Thou art a grave danger to thyself and others, Nira.
Hey, Dinah here. Thanks for telling me something I didn't already know from painful personal experience. Now what if instead of pointing out the flaming obvious, you tell me what I can do about it?
Wouldst thou learn how to properly turn the weave to thine own purpose, Nira?
Will it take long?
Learning the proper use of magic takes years, decades. Surely thou knowest that already?
Yeah, that's sort of why I'd stopped training. Also the thing with the fire, I think I'll keep muddling by on my own.
As thou wishest, but thou art making a mistake.
At this point, I'm pretty used to that. Thanks, though.
Many do not understand Minsk, and many do not understand your witchery. We can do nothing about this. People will do as they will, understand or not. To be happy, you must be true even though you are misunderstood. And, if you can, get a witch and a hamster. They are good things to have.
That's actually pretty good advice.
I suppose we've still got
Thanks,
more to
big guy.
do, don't we?
Somekin, that thing you do with ghosts? Really neat. Not for the person under ghost attack, or probably for the ghosts, but watching it, neat.
If you say so.
I wish I could do something like that. Well, I could do something like that, but not exactly. I wouldn't be able to control it so well, probably, but it'd still be...
neat.
Really neat. You have to show me how to do it sometimes, and I could show you how to do what I do. Well, I couldn't really show you how exactly. You've sort of got to be born a wild mage to do wild magic. As much as anyone can do wild magic, it really more does you sometimes.
Maybe be quiet now.
You're good people. I like
Don't
to
want
see
to run
that.
out of things to talk
Especially
about
in
next
Children of
time.
Murder Gods.
Hey, Jahira, have you ever noticed that our names rhyme? When they write epic songs about our deeds here, I bet they'll put our names together a lot.
Is it true that you sailed on a pirate ship?
Now, Khalid, does that sound like something I would do?
I'm from Kalamsham, too. I've heard stories of the Exus. Most were about ruthless attacks and insatiable greed. Yes, it sounds very much like something you would do.
Flattery will get you everywhere, darling.
Why you keep you around is a mystery to me.
Get out of my face unless you want a dagger in your spleen.
You don't talk much. I like that.
I never thought I'd see the day when I'd stand shoulder to shoulder with a goblin.
Shoulder only comes up to your stomach. You're standing stomach to shoulder with a goblin.
You know what I mean.
I know what you said. It was wrong.
I'm starting to see why I never stood stomach to shoulder with a goblin before.
Don't trust you. But you're not so bad.
What a nice thing to say.
Nature? Who needs it? Burrs in your hair, spiders in the soup, sleeping on rocks. Not a bathhouse in
You're
sight.
good people. I like to see that, especially in children of murder gods.
How are you holding up?
I'm fine, Khalid. I mean, I will be fine. You know, when this is all over.
You're sure? You're not too tense? I mean, obviously, we're all under stress, but you're not going to... You know.
No, I don't know. Not going to what?
Well, there was the incident at Bridgefort. I hate to bring it up, but there are safety issues.
Oh, for the love of... I'm not going to explode and burn everything in the vicinity to ashes, all right?
Well, good. That's good. That's comforting. I'll go somewhere else now, I think.
You have some mighty muscles there, mistress. You were coached for combat in Kalimshan, yes, Khalid? Quite the country, Kalimshan. Its coliseums cultivated many a capital competitor.
Do you know much about fighting styles?
I would be a poor practitioner of my profession if I did not.
What do you do, precisely?
I am Faerun's finest purveyor of fight-focused fun. My pits have launched a near limitless load of legends' livelihoods. I could do the same for you.
I said left, your other left.
I don't think my wife would approve.
Well, when you ditch the deadweight, do come discuss the destiny you desire with this dutiful drow.
I fight because I must, not to entertain. I want no part of your pits. Find another stooge, drow.
Would it kill you to swing that sword with a shade more showmanship?
Mind your own business.
You are familiar with Kalimshan?
Oh, yes. I spent many a happy hour at the Jet Jambaya. Wonderful ale.
I remember it well. My brother and I would often linger outside the better taverns, looking for inebriated patrons to, relieve of their valuables.
I can't say it didn't happen to me from time to time. Perhaps you picked my pocket.
Oh, yes. Forgive me, my friend. I feel great shame for much of what I did before finding Selune.
I'm sorry, Rasad. Making you uncomfortable was the last thing I wanted. Please, think nothing of it.
I shall try to do so. I suppose I have not entirely put those days behind me. Even now, they find a way to disrupt my serenity.
You've got quite the quick and cunning combat style there, monk. Precise, powerful, just a pinch unpredictable.
I learned to fight on the streets of Kalimport. Perhaps I bring some of that recklessness to my combat even now.
Perhaps one day we could speak of Kalimport. I've not seen it for some time.
A scintillating sparring style with no shortage of showmanship. Would you consider investing in an innovative arrangement? What I mean is...
I understand well what you mean. My answer is no.
A shame. But should your stance shift, be sure to say so.
You're a fine fighter, Captain Corwin.
That's high praise, coming from someone who knows his way around a sword as well as you.
I trained with the city militia back in Kalimport. Dedicated warriors all. Fighting for one city inspires much devotion and courage.
A city's just a bunch of buildings. It's ideals that inspire people. Principles. That's why the Crusade's going to be so much trouble. I wish the Crusaders were just fighting for a city. That's a fight I know we could win. The one we've got? Time will tell.
I see. I'll just leave you to your thoughts then.
Your acquaintance I am glad to have made. Soon to go back to the grotto, I am. I miss the tunnels of home.
Here comes the sun. I say, it's all right.
We're few, but fierce.